Let's be completely honest with each other today. We've all been sold a massive lie about what an easy retirement is supposed to look like. We think we've finally made it to the finish line, but nobody warns you about the quiet traps you're still carrying with you. Right now, there are a few specific things in your life that aren't just sitting there, they are actively bleeding your bank account dry every single month. You think you own them, but they actually own you, demanding your hard-earned cash for upkeep, insurance, and fees you shouldn't be paying anymore. If you're over 50, your money should be buying your freedom, not paying rent for the past. Stick around, because we are going to expose these hidden cash drains today, and I guarantee you're paying for at least 3 of them right now without even realizing it. Let's start with the first hidden drain on your wallet, that monthly storage unit down the road. Millions of folks cut a check for $150 or $200 every single month just to store old couches, heavy wood tables from the 90s, and boxes of clothes nobody wears anymore. You are literally paying rent for dead weight. My friend Greg kept a storage locker for 7 whole years. When we finally did the math, he had spent over $12,000 protecting things his adult kids openly told him they didn't even want. He spent one Saturday having a yard sale, gave the rest to charity, and closed the account. He stopped letting old junk dictate his monthly budget. The second thing is a tough one, but we have to talk about writing checks for your 30-year-old kids at the expense of your own retirement. It's hard to say no to family, but there's a big difference between helping them up and carrying them on your back. Take a sweet couple I know, Alan and Linda. They put off their retirement travel plans for 2 full years because they were still paying for their grown son's fancy car insurance and cell phone bills. Those were 2 prime years of health and freedom they can never get back. Your kids have decades ahead to figure life out and learn from their mistakes. There are loans out there for houses and cars, but nobody will ever give you a loan to retire on. Next up is that second car sitting in your driveway. When you and your spouse were both driving to work every morning, having 2 vehicles was a must. But once you retire, one of those cars usually spends 90% of its time just sitting in the garage, losing value every day while insurance and registration bills keep rolling in. My neighbors, Dave and Carol, decided to test it out. They hid the keys to their second SUV for 2 months and pretended they only had 1 car. They realized that with just a little bit of planning, it was incredibly easy. They sold the extra car, saved $3,000 a year on upkeep, and used that cash for a dream trip to Alaska. They traded an asset that loses value for memories that will last forever. The fourth thing is something you can't pack into a box or sell on eBay, your old job title. For 30 or 40 years, you were the boss, the manager, or the expert everyone came to for answers. When that title disappears overnight, the silence can feel really strange. Take Arthur, a retired manager. In his first 6 months of retirement, he felt completely invisible. So he kept joining local business committees just to hear people call him by his old title. He was so busy clinging to who he used to be that he forgot to enjoy who he is right now. A grandfather who finally has the time to teach his grandkids how to fish. Your job was just what you did. It was never who you are. The fifth item is the weekend money pit, like the boat, the camper, or the classic car. We all buy these big toys during our working years, promising ourselves we'll use them every weekend once we have the free time. But in retirement, these dreams often turn into expensive nightmares. My friend Gary bought a beautiful fishing boat, imagining endless sunny days on the water. In reality, he used it maybe 3 times a year, but he was paying thousands for winter storage, dock fees, and repairs. Last year, he finally sold it. He told me he kept the cash and ditched the stress. Now, when he wants to fish, he just rents a boat for the day and leaves the headaches to someone else. Finally, let's talk about the oversized family house. Your home was perfect when you were raising kids. It was full of noise and energy. But today, most of those bedrooms are just collecting dust, and you're spending your time and money managing a giant property. Think about George and Martha. They stayed in their massive 4-bedroom house long after the kids moved away because of the memories. But George's knees started hurting from climbing the stairs, and the winter heating bills were crazy. They finally moved into a cozy 1-story home closer to town. They freed up a huge chunk of money, cut their utility bills in half, and traded empty space for true peace of mind. Before you go ahead and sell anything, here is a very simple test you can try. Just close your eyes and imagine that item is completely gone tomorrow. If your very first feeling is a sense of relief and calm rather than worry or panic, then you already have your answer. Just ask yourself one plain question. Do I actually use this in my life today, or am I just keeping it because of how much it cost me years ago? If it is just sitting there collecting dust and draining your bank account, it is time to let it go. When it comes down to it, having a great retirement isn't about owning a bunch of stuff. It is about having free time, good health, and zero stress. Every extra thing you keep in your house or your garage is taking away your hard-earned money and your daily energy, and at our age, those are the things we need to protect the most. If this talk helped you out today, please hit that like button and share this video with a friend who might need to clean out their house too. Leave a comment below and tell me, what is one thing you are ready to get rid of this month? Thanks for stopping by the porch today. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.